I have to re-record this whole video because I just didn't exist in the first take. What's good? What's good? There has been a lot of controversy about Generation 2 of Monster High. You know, everybody likes Generation 1, right? Most of us like Generation 3, hopefully. But there's a huge disconnect between fans of Generation 1 and 3 and Generation 2. So what the f did Monster High do even? It's easy to assume that Mattel didn't give a shit about the Generation 2 dolls to begin with, but let's talk about why they made the switch in the first place. I read somewhere on Reddit that Monster High at its peak was a huge competitor for Barbie, and Generation 2 was to quote, cool the enthusiasm from the Monster High brand. I also read that Mattel was receiving complaints about the sluttiness and the scariness of their little scary dolls. So they went and said, fuck it, they changed their Be Yourself dolls to the Be Yourself and Less Too Many Complain About It dolls. Generation 2 received complaints of loose joints, hair, and bad body molds, not to mention bulbous heads. But in my opinion, I think they kinda cooked. From what I've seen, I think their clothing is actually pretty well made compared to other Generation 1 dolls and collector dolls from other brands that I have. Take a look at my $100 collector LOL OMG Cleopatra doll. The glitter on her eyes is separated and weird, and the glue that keeps it on is like also fake and weird. Those loose threads are barking! I like Generation 2 because they have big heads, actually. When Monster High switched to Generation 2, they were opting for a more Disney princessy look and feel to exist in tandem with Ever After High. And that's one of the biggest things that Monster High collectors don't like about the Generation 2 dolls. If you take a look at some of the Generation 2 doll faces and screening, or whatever you guys call it, the faces are not that different from Generation 1. Same thing with Generation 3, their faces don't really change that much. You guys are just dramatic or something. This Generation 2 Twyla is actually one of my favorite dolls. If you put her hand right here, and you angle her down, it looks like she's crying. How much more punk rock can that be? How much more scary can it get? At this point, look at this doll and tell me you don't like it. You're choosing to complain. I, Recluse Corner, go on record saying that I am a Generation 2 meat writer. I love you. Oh, there's the other Twyla. Hey girl? One of the things Generation 2 haters miss out on is styling their hair to make them look cuter than they came out of the box. You see, I kinda gave her an emo looking haircut. Where are you? And I'm so sorry. I digress. Ow. Again, if you take a look at Laguna's little sweater vest, I think, sweater dress, you can see that there is not a loose thread in sight. Print is nice and clear, and the fabric doesn't feel very cheap. Her hair, however, is cheap. It doesn't matter though, I still love her. I also like how they made the switch in Laguna to not have all of her fins come off, cause I know myself and it's really easy to lose them. I think that's it for today, guys. If you want to see your money on my shelf, then you can go check the description, and I have an Amazon wish list in there if you care. I don't know. And I hope you welcome me in the dog collecting YouTuber community. And don't forget to subscribe or whatever.